Welcome to Cliffhangers and Cocktails podcast with Amy Sissel, that's me, and
Shea McLeod, that's me.
We are USA Today bestselling authors of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. And this podcast is brought to you, as always, by the Caftan Coven.
Today's episode is another Minisode, where we discuss a single topic related to the craft, whether it be craft cocktails, witchcraft, or writing craft. And these are going to be great for you to listen to when you don't have a lot of time for like a full podcast, or you want specific info on a particular topic. And today's topic is the upcoming Sabbath, Ostara.
I am a big fan of spring. Just gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
I mean, spring is I like spring. I would say fall is my favorite, but spring, right up there.
I like them all.
I mean,
right now, spring is my favorite.
Yeah.
Asking September, totally different opinion.
The closer we get to Samhain, the more we like fall.
Yes. Yeah. So I have an affirmation for us today for Ostara.
Yay.
And we'll come back to it, I think, after we talk a little bit about what Ostara is and what it means. But the affirmation for today is, I am nurturing and growing a life that brings me joy.
Ooh, I like that. I'm going to circle that in a big green marker. See, look, green marker on my script. I love it. I love that whole brings me joy thing. So tell me, Amy, what is Ostara?
I am so glad you asked. Ostara is a Wiccan and pagan holiday. It's really been something that's been kind of brought into the Western European pagans, consciousness through the Wiccans. But it is a holiday that takes place on the spring equinox. This year, that's March 20th in the Northern Hemisphere. Our Southern Hemisphere friends are celebrating Christmas again. Every time we have a Sabbath, it's always Christmas.
It's
never
always
winter,
Christmas
always
in Australia.
No, they're celebrating Movan this week. They're having their autumnal equinox.
Cool.
So that is what they're up to. So if you are in the Southern Hemisphere and you want to know what's going on with Movan, we do have a Minisode, and I will link that at the end, so you can go watch that if you'd like to, or listen to it if you're not watching and just listening, or you can do both. I don't care.
No judgment.
Just do it. The vernal equinox, the spring equinox, it celebrates the return of the light, and it's a celebration of fertility, rebirth, and renewal. So it's a really good time to reconnect with the earth and to honor the balance of darkness and light.
Ooh.
And I have to tell you that I saw this chart today that was showing the amount of daylight gained in March. And it was only for the United States, which is But in Portland, in the United States, from March 1st to March 31st, you gain 90 minutes of daylight.
That's a lot of daylight. Yeah, because we don't get a lot of daylight in the winter. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know how much daylight I'm getting. But
I'm going to assume whoever is on your same latitude.
Yeah, I just didn't bother, looking to see where that would go.
I'm not even sure what the latitude for Porto would be. I do know that it has, the same climate as Portland.
Yeah. But we're coastal. We're 41 degrees north.
Right, but the actual climate classification is the same, but the light, I think you get way more light.
We have more, for sure, because we're 41, and Portland, Oregon is 45.
Right.
And a half.
41st parallel. Let's see what's on the 41st parallel. No, that can't be right. Porto's on the 41st parallel?
41.1.
Really? Because that's this is telling me Wyoming.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the official boundary between Colorado and Wyoming.
Right. Okay. Wild. All right. For some reason, I always try to put Wyoming up in Montana. This is my problem. I'm actually
I don't think either the Wyomingans or the Montanans will like this.
No, I don't think so. And the crazy thing was, I've always been really good at geography, but all of a sudden my perimenopausal brain is going, No, things are located elsewhere. That's where I got confused. Okay. Yeah, so you're probably on par with whatever's happening in Southern Oregon, Northern California.
Who knows? Who knows what's going on?
But we're getting more light, and that's the important thing. So I like the name Ostara because, and of course, as we know, it was sort of bastardized into Easter later on. But there's a goddess called Ostara that is like, right? And that's what it's named after.
Yeah, that is like her original name, Anglo-Saxon goddess, Eostra.
Okay.
Eostra. But we don't know if she was real.
We don't know she was real, but of
we
course
she don't know if she was real.
I mean,
no,
we don't know.
Well,
if she was, if she really was if the Anglo-Saxons really worshipped her, you mean?
Yeah.
Really? Tell me more.
Yes. Oh, I will.
Say more. Say
based
more.
On my extensive Google research. The first time she was mentioned was in the 8th century. And if you're like a medievalist, of Western European medievalist, or are familiar with what was going on in the 8th century, you'll know the monk named Bede, B-E-D-E.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the first person to talk about it.
And that's way after the whole...
Yeah, because this is the 700s. What he said was that her festival was celebrated in Eostre month, which is April.
Right.
And that's in not modern English.
No, that sounds almost like Norse or something. Like Viking.
Eostre Monoth. I don't know what language Bede wrote in. I would have thought Latin. Which makes... So it's probably some Germanic Latin bastardization. Right. Who knows? You know what? If you are a medievalist, or if you are like specifically Eleanor Janega, please call me. Tell us more. I love you. You're the best Eleanor alive today. And, I know stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Best Eleanor.
Mm-hmm. Because, yes, so the Anglo-Saxon era was like from the 400s to like 1066 when the Normans invaded. So this is like, we're talking like end of the Anglo-Saxon era when he's writing this.
Yes.
Pretty much.
So this is the information I got, and I did verify it in a couple different sources. Most sources don't talk about the bead thing. Okay. But I am here to incite controversy and hope that Eleanor Janega will call me.
And be like,
I'm
can
right
I please
or wrong?
come on your pod and tell you how wrong you are about everything?
And I'll be like, yes, but we only film on location in Porto, so you'll have to come hang out with me. But Eleanor is my new internet crush.
Okay. Excellent. We all need those.
That was a long... I'm going to have to tag her like 5 times and then get under restraining order. I don't know.
I support this. Okay.
I'll let you know how it goes, everyone. Okay, yes. So that's the controversy. We don't know if this is someone made up by the monks, or if this was something new that wasn't that wasn't old and wasn't necessarily pre-Christian. If it was a new worship, we don't know. I mean, obviously, all gods are made up in some way or another.
Yeah,
because they're all pieces of the fabric of reality that humans tell to make sense of stuff.
I believe in universal energy and all that stuff, but yeah, I don't...
Oh, yes.
I think the gods are about as real as humans make them, essentially.
I agree.
And I just find that really interesting because I don't think I ever... I've done also some very deep dives on the Google about things. No, I've read about stuff, but I didn't ever realize that there was a little bit of a controversy, shall we say, about whether or not Ostara was actually worshipped by the ancient Anglo-Saxon folk.
I like to believe there's fisticuffs involved in controversies like this.
Oh,
like there's just medieval scholars who are very interested in folklore and paganism and mythology. And they're just fighting about it at their conferences. And also, I want to go to one of those conferences. And so maybe, Eleanor, can I be your +1?
Now, see, when we say fisticuffs, and I imagine that, I don't imagine actual fisticuffs. I imagine like these gentlemen in top hats, or gentle ladies in top hats, or gentle folk in top hats, taking out their gloves and smacking each other upside the face with the glove.
I imagine gentlefolk in top hats and like fancy dress, but also bare knuckle boxing, just so we're clear on what's in my head.
So they start with the slapping and then they go to the bare knuckle boxing. I like it. I like this for us. Okay.
Okay, great. And that is the story of Ostara.
We accidentally invent a whole weird religion. Okay.
Yes, this is what I've always wanted. Can we have a cult now?
I really want a cult. I actually sort of started a cult at one point, but the main way to worship our god in this cult was by eating chocolate.
I don't like your cult.
I know, because you're not into chocolate.
My cult is all cheese and champagne.
Well.
And bread products.
I mean, did you know that Parmesan has the highest amount of protein per gram of any food product, including like beef and stuff?
Yes.
Did you? I didn't know that until I saw something about it. And I'm like, I like this for us. I love this for us. Okay.
Also, there's potatoes in my cult.
Oh, potatoes. But there needs to be like pastry of some kind. Cake?
I said bread. Bread products.
I mean, cake is not the same as bread, but okay.
All right, yeah. So honoring Ostara's balance is all about balancing your pastry versus your champagne versus your cheese versus your potatoes. We're learning so much today.
We really are. Wow. We are full of information. So the spring equinox, that's when this happens, yeah?
Yes, it is. And it's not about being rigid with your rituals. Right. It's really, this is one of those natural earth cycles that we're just kind of going with the flow. We're leaning into our own energy. We're marking this seasonal threshold in a way that feels meaningful to us. So this is very much going with our catchphrase. I've decided it's our catchphrase, you do you boo. That Shea coined. That comes up at almost every episode, at least
pretty
once. Much. So whether you're doing like a simple act of reflection or movement or intentional connection with the land, this brings you in step with the seasons and with clarity and presence and purpose.
Yes. And I love that it's like you said, it's about balance and not just with cheese and pastries, because although that's
not enough food groups.
This time of year, the spring equinox, is when like day and night are perfectly balanced. Same amount of day and night. And of course, that's been observed by many ancient cultures the world over. And you mentioned, no, you didn't mention, but it says here in my script about the Druids doing something. Now, I'm going to slaughter this, called, they celebrated Alban, Ilir.
Yes, that sounds great.
Ilir. Okay, awesome. The light of the earth. Ooh, I like that. And, I'd read this before, too, that they actually decorated eggs to honor fertility. Ooh, and then here's your Persephone girl again. Ancient Greeks...
Love me some Persephone.
Yes, we do love Persephone. The ancient Greeks marked her return from the underworld, which signaled the Earth's rebirth. And, of course, we've got pomegranates and good stuff going on there. Balance is not about rigidity at all. I mean, that's... No.
I practice yoga, and I have for well over 20 years at this point. And one of the things that you learn when you're going into some of those standing balance poses is that you can't be rigid. You have to, you can't lock your knees, keep your core firm, but you have to be able to let your body make minute adjustments to stay where you're at.
And I think you would cause yourself harm, if you were locked in like that with those poses.
Oh, you do. You do cause yourself harm. I've heard and not experienced.
Okay, so how is Ostara celebrated today? You may ask.
Obviously, everybody does things a little bit different. A lot of celebrations take like some of the more ancient customs with personal ritual. So doing things like, for modern stuff, nature walks, connecting to nature, touching grass. Spring cleaning is a really good thing to do. And do it with intention. Don't just be like, I have to clean.
Why
Like,
are you calling me out like that? call me out like
rid of
that.
the stuff that you don't need.
Yeah.
You're banishing that negative energy. You're opening the windows. You're letting in the sunshine. Sunshine is a great disinfectant, both spiritually and literally. And tossing that stuff out, making your space yours, and only keeping the things that spark joy. Thanks, Marie Kondo.
Woohoo!
I like Marie.
I
know
do
that
like
people
Marie.
got upset with her for what she said about books.
Well, I mean, fair. But
She also
again,
said keep things that spark joy.
right, and if like 5,000 books sparks joy for you, which it does for me, let's be honest. You may have 5,000
It won't
books.
when you're moving.
Yeah, that's why I'm very, I curate my physical books very carefully, because otherwise I'm going to need a whole, like, ocean liner to, like, carry all my books, my tarot decks, my magic rocks. Feasting. Ooh, I like the sound of this. We're going to feast to welcome abundance of spring. And foods. There's certain foods that you can use to kind of create your meal. So,
In the script, it would have been super handy if I'd put the part where I listed those anywhere near that bullet point.
yeah, I'm like, wait, where are they?
Leafy greens.
But they are here. They're over here under food and drink. Sprouts, eggs, honey. Oh yeah, honey. I was thinking of making a honey cake this year. I always mean to, and I never get around to it. Early vegetables, asparagus, fiddleheads and peas. Oh, some people, it's funny. I know some people around here will go out and forage fiddleheads, but
They're so good.
I've never had them.
Oh, you should.
Okay.
Go find a place. There's a place in Portland that serves them.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Go find some kind of artisan foraging restaurant. You'll
I'm sure. Lamb, fresh herbs. Oh, and herbal teas like nettle, chamomile, or lemon balm. Lemon balm is so good for you, y'all. It's really good for headaches and stuff. And of course, baking, that's my forte. Honey cakes, seed bread, herb-infused dishes to honor the fertility energy of the season. We got way off track with that one.
Oh, well, because I didn't put things in a very good order. I don't usually write the scripts, y'all, but I was so excited to do this because I recently learned about the controversy.
Oh, that's why you were so eager.
And I'm like, controversy, I will write a script for it.
I am happy to have you write the script about the controversy because it was really exciting to learn about the controversy. Let's see, what else can we do to celebrate Ostara? Oh, create an Ostara altar. You often have an altar that you set up, right?
I do. I'm not usually for Ostara. I do one for Imulk and Beltane, but Ostara kind of just gets like, I don't know. Sorry, Ostara. Don't know what's going on with you. But things you can do to put on your altar are fresh flowers, because that symbolizes fertility and renewal. Eggs, obviously a universal symbol of fertility and new beginnings. Good crystals to use are citrine for abundance, green adventuring for growth, or moonstone for balance. And you can do candles in spring colors to honor the returning light. And good colors to use are yellow for the sunshine, green for, new growth, and then pink for springiness.
Love,
And
rebirth, fertility.
Yes, thank you. Femininity.
Femininity, yes.
It's a very lady holiday.
Yes. Because we're all about new life and all that.
New life springs forth from our wombs.
Supposedly. But it's also, as a reminder...
Your womb may vary.
Yeah, your womb may vary, yeah. But also as a reminder that fertility is not only about, creating like human life or animal life or whatever. Fertility is also about ideas. It's about creation in general. So it could be any type of creation. It could be a business. It could be a new home. It could be a new garden. It could be a new friendship. Fertility is about more than just popping babies out. I want to make that very clear.
It's not really. It's all about babies.
Ooh, you have a ritual here. I like this.
I do.
Tell us about your
Okay,
ritual.
but before
Oh,
we talk about the ritual,
oh,
I want to say another thing that you can do is to get out there and greet the sunrise.
oh
Because
yeah.
like
Hmm.
he's coming up early for you, and you should at least say hey.
I
I
mean,
know we're
you
moon
can
girls
greet.
here,
Yeah,
but
you can greet the sunrise. I think I will be abed. I will let him rise on his own.
I do have a ritual
Oh
though.
yes,
It's a
ritual.
creativity ritual.
Ooh, I love a creativity ritual.
And this is like because it's a season of fertility, which,
Mm-hmm.
as Shaya mentioned, I mean, she's wrong when she said it was only about popping out babies. I want to say, like, don't listen to her. It's about
Yes, because
so much more.
that is totally what I said.
Yeah, do not rewind and check that. Do not. So no, this is a plant creativity ritual to honor. Like, this is a good time to plant your seeds, whether they're seeds for growing stuff that in dirt, growing projects or relationships, long-term goals. So this ritual is crafted for intentions to bloom that will bloom over time. So this isn't like I need this tomorrow. This is a we're entering the planting. We are doing the positive FA part of FAFO. We're planting the seed. That which we sow, later we shall reap.
Yes, indeed.
So what you need for this is a small pot, a seed or seeds, some dirt, a pencil and paper. So
Okay.
you write a vivid vision of your desired outcome, not what you want, but how it feels when it becomes real. What is this reality for?
Okay.
Like for you? How let's say your long-term desire that you want is to buy my property that I want here in Porto that I can host writers
Mm-hmm.
like writers in residence. That's
Yeah.
what I want. So how am I going to feel when this comes to fruition? Like, what are all the feelings I'm going to have? What is this reality going to look like for me? And the focus on the positive feelings when this outcome becomes reality. When you write this down on your paper. So in your pot, you fill it about a quarter away with soil. Place your intention note inside. Put some more soil on it, and then plant your seed, and then gently cover the rest of your seed with the rest of the soil. And then water your seedling. It did say at sunrise and sundown,
Yeah.
focusing on your intention, but just be careful you're not over watering your poor baby seed. It needs attention. Maybe just like give it a little hug. Sometimes if the soil's
Talk to
damp,
it. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going
nurture
to get
it.
seed rot.
Yes, be very careful with spend make I think I would reword this to say spend some time at sunrise and sundown, or when you get up in the morning and before you go to bed at night,
Hmm.
with your seed pod, and kind of focus on your intention at that point and water it if it needs water. And then when your plant is strong, you move it to a larger pot or a garden bed, because just like your dreams, it needs space to thrive.
Yes, indeed.
If you planted something edible, you can harvest a little once your goal has come to life and incorporate it into food or a drink. And that's a special kind of honoring what came to you kind of
I
magic.
like that. I like that.
So if you plant like lavender or something, then put it in a cocktail.
Hmm.
Make it into some bread. Like, do something fun with it.
I
And if
like that.
things shift, it's okay, because we're all about balance and flexibility and making room for what nature and the universe are bringing to us. Sometimes things seem like we're not on the right path, and it turns out we're just taking a scenic route or a shortcut. Or something.
Totally. And sometimes
Trust the
things.
unfolding.
Yes. And sometimes, like, you have your plan that you think you want, but something else, some other opportunity presents itself, and that you didn't even know maybe was possible, and it shifts what you want. It shifts your path. And you don't have to stay on that path and cling to it just because, well, this was my vision. If something new and even better presents itself, come on. Like, don't.
Yeah, you want your goal or something better.
Yeah, or better. That's why I love that. So I started adding this or better. And so I have to remind myself, be open to better. Yeah, I'm waiting for this, but I am open for better. And you created a mocktail just for Ostara. Like, you kind of invented this yourself.
I did not.
You
In
did
no
not.
way did I invent this
Oh,
myself.
you did not invent
This
this.
comes
But that's okay.
from Mystical Mocktails by Julia Helena Hadas.
Okay, yes.
And this is somebody that we've talked about before on the
yeah.
podcast. She
sure.
has a couple of her cocktail books.
Mm-hmm.
But this is her Mystical Mocktails. And it's such a fun book, and it's so pretty. And I'll have a picture of it in on our Instagram when this comes out. The photography is beautiful, and I guess she did it herself.
Oh, did she do her own photography? I didn't realize that.
Well, she did in that one anyway.
In that one, okay.
They said so at the end. Like it's a really interesting just reading the parts of the book as well as the recipes. But I was looking for something from there because we don't do mocktails very often.
No.
And I thought it'd be kind of nice to have one.
Yes.
So it's called the Free Spirited Lavender Limoncello.
Okay.
And this cocktail really brings the energy of renewal, protection, and joy.
Okay.
And so we'll have the recipe in the show notes. But it's basically, you create a lemon-lavender cordial, which is really easy. It's just lemon peels and sugar. And then you let that create, it's called an oleosaccharin, which is just oil and sugar. And you let that hang out until the sugar's all dissolved, and you just have this like oily sugar stuff. And then you add a little bit of dried lavender and some hot water. And you let that steep, and then you strain it. And then you add freshly squeezed lemon juice and either non-alcoholic sparkling wine or 4 ounces of soda water. And I did soda water because I'm not going to buy sparkling wine that doesn't have alcohol in it. I do drink alcohol, so this is Anyway, but it's really tasty. Mine is not as pretty as hers. I am not apparently a professional mocktail maker / food photographer yet.
Apparently not me either. So you made your own cordial, yes? Ooh, that's pretty. Now, I didn't have time to make my own cordial because I just didn't. And I didn't have lemon peels. So I kind of did a version with soda water, and I did, can't really tell here, but I just put lemon juice and agave in. And then a couple of dashes of lavender bitters.
Oh, how's that?
Yeah, it's actually really quite tasty. Yeah. So
this is too.
Yeah. So I think it has the same energies. It has probably a fairly similar taste. The reason I used agave is because I didn't have time to make, I'm out of simple syrup, and I didn't have time because I know I rarely run out, and it's very easy to make it. We're going to talk about that later, but I had some other syrups on the go that I was making for our next recording that we're doing. And so I didn't really have time. So I'm just like, agave is really nice, especially with citrus, I find, and it disperses really well into water. Without, unlike honey will clump. I find that agave will disperse better. So
the lemons are for purification, protection, clearing. Sugar is to attract positive energy and love. Lavender is for peace, love, protection, and serenity. And then you have celebration from the bubbles from the soda water, the non-alcoholic sparkling wine. And obviously you could do this with alcoholic sparkling wine as well.
Like you could do limoncello instead of the cordial,
really good cordial. I wish I'd made a ton more instead of just enough for 2 drinks, because this is really nice. But
well, I can see more of that cordial being made in your future, especially since you seem to have an abundance of lemons.
They're everywhere. My kitchen is almost always covered with a fine layer of lemon oil and lemon juice because everything is so oily and juicy. Yeah. So whenever I'm doing anything with it, it's just like.
I need to live somewhere where I can just easily get my hands on citrus that I can make these things with. That's obvious.
I know what you're planting in your plant ritual pot.
You better believe it. Now I just have to find a seed that will actually grow, and I won't kill it. Because you are the green witch, not me. Although I have found that rosemary is a real tough mother, so maybe I'll just
Plant some mint.
There you go. That stuff will grow anywhere, and it will take over. So there we go. There's Ostara. Do you have anything more to say on the subject?
I mean, just go out there and literally touch some grass, hug a tree, get some sunshine.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Celebrate
anytime.
the returning of the light.
Yes. I have to say, the older I get, the more I enjoy the return of the light. I am a Pacific Northwest girl. I have rainwater in my veins, moss between my toes. But
shower or something.
But I mean, I don't, I'm not a big sun worshiper. I mean, look, I glow in the dark, literally.
She actually is sitting in the dark, y'all, but it's so so luminescent. She's bioluminescent.
Yeah, so I'm not as much of a sun worshiper, but I find that I enjoy a little more light these days than I used to when I was younger.
I like our sunshine days here. It's nice to be able to sit outside and have all the windows open, because the minute it gets over in the mornings, if it's over 10 degrees, which is about 50, we're gonna go with Fahrenheit.
Probably that sounds about right.
I open all the windows, or I open the doors out to the balcony, and the cats like it because then they can do laps. But I'd like to have that, as long as it's not pouring and windy. As soon as it's 10 degrees, I'm like, open. I would like to have light and fresh air.
And sit out on your little balcony and look over Porto with your limoncello thing. You live a tough life, I have to say.
It's hard being me. It really is right now. Hashtag blessed.
So where can everybody find our sources and our recipe and all that good stuff?
All the sources that I drew information from are going to be in the show notes.
Excellent. Woohoo. So be sure and check those out.
I did keep a lot of the links to the places where I got some of my research.
Okay, great.
Probably not all of them, because, and apologize to everybody who got left out. They don't know who they are. Also, I'm going to tag my new favorite medievalist.
Is it weird that we have favorite historians? Because I also have favorite historians. Lucy Worsley is like my favorite historian ever. She's done things on the Tudors. She's done things on just all kinds of different time periods. She's done things on Agatha Christie. Bethany Hughes is another one of my favorites. Lynette, is it Nursbacher? Who is a World War II historian or something? Like a military historian. She's delightful. I have favorite historians.
Have you ever watched YouTube channel that my best friend Eleanor is on?
No.
I would love to tell you what it is.
Okay.
I probably shouldn't call her my best friend until I find out if she's going to put a restraining order against me.
Because that would be a little bit awkward if
it would be.
Yeah.
History Hit is the YouTube channel. And it's got all these different historians that are experts in different time periods. And they have fun little episodes. Some of the more recent ones are reacting to Margot Robbie's Mary Queen of Scots movie.
Okay.
Tudor expert reacts to Harry VIII on screen. What were Georgian attitudes towards Seth? And it's just really, really fun. I found Eleanor because I was had seen somebody who was a specialist in Roman history, ancient Roman history, critiquing Life of Brian, which was amazing. And then the next one, it was like, how about if you watch Medieval Historian reacts to Monty Python and the Holy Grail? And I'm like, yes, please.
Yes, please.
And now that is how our best friendship began.
Oh, okay. And she doesn't know, but it's fine.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, thank you for joining us all on this lovely mini podcast.
Coming to my love letter to Eleanor Janega.
Please like, subscribe, share, ask us questions, comment. Yeah. Who's your favorite historian? I want to know. Tell me who your favorite
Yes,
historian is.
yes,
Leave a
we
comment in the
desperately
show
want to
notes.
know.
Because we really want to know how weird we are. Like, is this normal? Do you have a favorite historian? Please tell us in the show notes.
You can also tell us how you celebrate Ostara.
Oh, yes, that also.
Which I believe was the actual subject.
Which was... But we went down a big rabbit hole, which is appropriate on Ostara.
Yes,
right?
We're just celebrating with the rabbit.
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. I hope this was at least mildly enjoyable for both of you.
And we'll see you next time on the pod. Bye.
Bye.